I'm Gail C., Director of Teaching and Learning, and this week I have the pleasure of introducing Vicky Vinton. Vicky comes to us as a literacy consultant from New York and has been with us before, which is one of the powerful things that we do here, I think, in terms of being able to bring back those critical friends that really help us dig deeper and really worked with our teachers to take them to new levels. So Vicky, do you want to tell us about your focus this time and what you've been working on?
Yeah, well this time I was working specifically with the 3rd through 5th grade teachers to really think about how are we helping kids develop habits of mind around grammar, punctuation, and conventions, which somehow doesn't always get covered in depth. Mm-hmm. And I shared some research which shows that in fact having kids do worksheets and workbooks, that they can get it correct in the worksheet, but it's not transferring to their writing. Right. So we really wanted to talk about how do we embed some grammar instruction and inquiry and investigations within the writing units that they already have in place.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Really important work, and I think work that parents appreciate.
Yes.
Seeing happening in the school. So that's wonderful, and I thank you for that. Katrina Tileman is our literacy coordinator in the elementary school, and Katrina, can you just touch on exactly the experience that our teachers had this week with Vicky and how that was structured, and also mention about the middle school.
And I think one of the things that I would want to point out is that we are a learning community, and community means beyond the teachers and the students, it's also our administrators, it's our parents, it's everyone who has a part of that role with children. And so looking at the structure, we started off having an intense mini institute. So each grade level, 3, 4, and 5, had their own time with Vicky, really going into some deep learning on how to develop and foster these habits of grammarian minds. And so that was the first part, to front load our visit. After that, we had demonstrations in the classroom, and so Vicky would lead she'd lead a lesson that also, I have to say, came out of the conversations, had teacher input as what they felt that they needed to see or would like to see. And we were lucky enough to not only have the teachers, we had not just the homeroom teachers, we had our learning support, our EAL teachers, we had administrators, including Dr. Hawkins came in to be part of that demonstration, to learn and have some conversations around that, which happened then in the 3rd part, which is our debrief. We have time to wrap up the week. What's lingering? What are we wondering about? What have we noticed? So that was that threefold structure. But beyond that, we had a very well-attended parent workshop.
Right. Yep.
It's time for parents. They're an extremely important part of that homeschool connection and part of our learning. And we also had time for both the teaching assistants and instructional assistants. So everybody had time with Vicky.
And I love that it wasn't just our homeroom English teachers, world language teachers were in there as well.
Oh, and middle school.
And then also middle school. We also extended an invitation to our middle school teachers also. Thank you for being here. I know we had a very rewarding visit with you this time around. Would you like to leave us with a couple of nuggets for us to think about in terms of next steps?
Yeah, I'm going to offer one that's very concrete and that I think the teachers are ready to put in practice tomorrow or on Sunday. And that's, we talked about every day at the end of writing period across the curriculum to invite kids to do an express check for end punctuation and capitalization, and across the span of the year we would add other elements, whether it's commas or whether it's verb tense, just to help them develop that habit of mind. And then kind of the bigger picture is we really looked about offering a mix of direct instruction and inquiry in grammar, knowing that sometimes, while direct instruction can be very expedient for some things, that some kids, many kids, need to linger and discover these conventions for themselves. So they're not just rules we're telling them that they must comply with, but they really understand what they are and how they work in pieces of writing.
So parents, you heard that from Vicky, that we're really going to be
Yeah.
encouraging children to really focus on those end punctuations, and
Yeah.
and if you can support that at home, that would be wonderful.
Not
Oh,
just
which-
like technicians,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
control over being technical so that we can be artists.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So Vicky, thank you. As I said
Yeah.
in the beginning, it's wonderful that you are revisiting us and
Okay.
taking us deeper as we do this journey of learning with our students. So thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.